Hello, everybody, and welcome to Two Girls, One Show. And we are on American Crime Story, The People versus O.J. Simpson, episodes 2 and 3. I am Trey,
I am Dana, and
and
that
we're
is
very,
Sparkles.
very excited to talk about them. That's Sparkles. There she is. Hello, Sparky. There she goes. I don't know what she's doing, but she's up there enjoying the show,
Who
which
isn't?
is something I've been enjoying. Why don't you give us a little recap, Dana?
Well, let's see. Um, I think episode 2 is pretty much all White Bronco.
Hmm.
Um, so, well, I mean, that was kind of interesting because it was all like in his head, in the car.
Yeah, and I mean, let's just face it. The best part of that episode is the Kardashians again, and when he comes out of the Bronco with his picture of his kids in his hands.
And they're like, it's a god.
They're like, "No, it's a picture. It's a picture." But we can, like, I think this Kardashian thing needs to be mentioned. Like, they're in every episode, and
Are
I'm
they like
concerned.
bankrolling this project?
I,
Like,
it's a book.
should we read that?
We probably should. It's like, hold on, I have it written down.
It's by Jeffrey Toobin.
The run of his life.
Yeah. The People versus O.J. Simpson. Imagine that.
I didn't see the second time. I saw the first one, but maybe we should because I read that that Daddy Kardashian
Papa K.
helped Papa K. Oh, that's great. Papa K told the Juice story for that book. And
Oh.
there's rumors, not rumors, but speculation that he was jealous because this was during the Bruce Jenner Chris thing where they were starting to get famous. And
Yeah.
that's why he contributed to it. Papa K.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
So I don't know, like, if he was like, so me and my children were sitting at breakfast one morning talking about the OJ trial. Like, I don't know. Like, who talked about that with their kids?
Well, he said no. He was like, "We can't talk about this,
Yeah.
and your mom shouldn't talk about it either." Like,
And again, Selma Blair looks identical to Kris Kardashian. It scares me. It's like a pod person, I'm pretty sure.
um, what was I just gonna say? Crap. Oh, the Kardashians. Um, I don't like David Schwimmer.
No. And I saw an interview with him and he looked normal. I don't know why he looks weird in this show. He
Yeah, what is
looks,
going on? Okay, something. I don't know what it is, and he just like annoys the heck out of me. I don't know why.
did he annoy you as Ross? You're like, probably.
I mean, okay, this is my when I see him, like I just see that stupid giraffe from Madagascar,
Oh, yeah, now I'm going to too.
and that's
Thanks.
all I can see. But like, so
He's
it's not David Schwimmer as Papa K, it's Giraffe as Papa K.
played by David Schwimmer's voice.
Yeah.
So it's like real acting, I
Yeah.
guess. I guess. It's just very, it's strange to see him in a role that's so serious. And when he keep every time he says juice, it drives me nuts because I'm like, I can't take you seriously when you're going the juice.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound natural. Like it sounds like he's trying so hard to like make a nickname stick.
And it's horrible. I'm ready to be like juice master, juice meister, like of something stupid to come out of his mouth.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. God.
Yeah, but that was the second episode was mostly about the Bronco ride, and they're trying to delay the cops and say, "Oh, I know I should have brought him in,
It
but you
took a long
didn't."
time. Yeah. Oh, and what's his name from the Cosby Show was driving the
Yeah, his name Al, wasn't it? This is
No,
the name of the show.
AC.
Yeah, I know, but his name on the show. Yeah, yeah, but I think
His
his
name on the
actual.
show is AC, so
But I think
why
his
like
name is Al or something in real life. I don't know.
but why does everyone like have initials?
I don't know.
AC and OJ, I don't know.
Was he like a friend?
I think. I think they said that he was a version of OJ. Like he really looked up to OJ, so he emulated him
So he just took
because
his
he bought the
initials.
same car.
That's why
Yeah,
there was two
because
Broncos.
yeah,
That's right. That's right.
yeah,
That's right. I thought the second episode was it was kind of like a long drawn out episode that gave you weird facts in between the driving of the Bronco.
yeah.
Because you hear from the cops and you hear what their plan is and that they're gonna crush OJ no matter what. And you hear what our wonderful Sally, Sarah Paulson, her acting ability is amazing in the show, by the way, and
She's
super
great.
impressive. She's great. She's the best character.
And I really like feel for her character. Like that should have been such a cut and dry case, you know?
And I feel bad because like they keep playing on the mom part of like the single mom part, and you're like, oh,
Mhm.
she had it rough.
Yeah. Yeah, and how like bad it made them look when like OJ like, oh, that whole thing about them picking him up at the house when he fled.
Yeah.
Like, how can you get oh to be a celebrity? You
Oh,
know?
to be a celebrity and kill some people, allegedly.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, I'll just go back to my house and wait for the police to come get me. You know?
Yeah. But that was the
But
second episode. It was mostly about the drive and talking about the background of the police and getting to know the characters a little more. And then
mhm.
you have the third episode, which was just on 2 nights ago, where they introduced some new players. Are you laughing about the Kardashians again?
No, I was laughing in my notes. I have that Steven Tyler Skittles commercial made me so happy.
I saw that during the Super Bowl. I don't know what's going on with that commercial at all. What an
Apparently, it was
interesting
really
note.
important to me.
That's like when we watched Horror Story and thought about the Snickers commercial.
Hmm. I could go for Snickers.
I know.
I got an email from Sheets that said I can get a free Snickers bar.
You should go get that. It's probably
Yeah,
delicious.
yeah. I'm sure my baby monitor will extend from here to Sheets, and it'll all be fine.
That'll be good. So the third
Okay,
episode,
this one was called The Dream Team.
that's when they actually build together and get everybody on his side and ready to go. There
Yes.
was that crank call that was really weird in that episode. Do you remember that?
The prank call?
Where
Oh,
they
yes.
and they kept
He
like,
called Johnny Cochran, but it wasn't OJ.
yeah, it was like these kids, and I was like, that doesn't sound like OJ at all, Johnny. Please hang up the phone, Johnny. This is stupid, Johnny.
He's like, Johnny, I really need you. And he's like, oh, thanks, man. He's like all flattered and excited.
But that whole episode is about getting Johnny Cochran on their side, really.
Episode, bestie? Did you see what person was in that episode? I just want to say
Yes. What's his name? The second he came on the screen, I was
Nathan
like, Nathan Lane. I was like, Dana was right. Nathan Lane is in this.
Lane. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, it's real.
I didn't hallucinate Nathan Lane, which would be a really funny hallucination. Yeah, he was on there. I was like, oh, he did a really good job too. Their whole
Yeah,
dream
like
team
I
was
don't
pretty
okay.
good.
Yeah. Who I don't know who F. Lee Bailey was though. Like that's a name I know, but I don't.
I don't either. Again, we were like 5, 8. I don't remember how old we decided we
Yeah,
were.
we were young. We
So
were
I don't
young.
even know.
No, I don't either.
Mm-mm. We're probably lucky we know Johnny Cochran's name.
Yeah, and I know Robert Shapiro because he does the legal Zoom webs.
He does.
Although I think he's dead now.
Is he dead now? Somebody should fact check us because I'm very unsure about this. I don't know.
I can Google him.
Robert Shapiro. No, and it was a good episode. I mean, they do like was it New York Times? I don't know. There's a website that does fact checking based off the episodes.
Oh, really?
Yes, so it actually looks at what they know happened. And the episode not opens, but they have very quickly Papa K taking his kids to lunch at like some Chinese restaurant.
Oh, what did they call him?
It was oh god.
Something in or something?
Yeah. But they take him to the restaurant and he's like that's when he talked about the whole guilty thing, like we don't want to talk about this, about Uncle OJ, Uncle Juice, as he's also
Uncle
known as. And he's like the fact checking site was funny. It was like, well, actually they went to dinner, not to lunch, like it said in the show. I was like,
I totally want to watch this.
yeah, it was really good. It's I think it might be New York Times. I don't remember. I'll send you the link. But it was interesting to read like what really happened. Well, how what really went on in Papa K's life is beyond me.
No, I mean, from what I can tell, he just runs around and says the juice a lot.
he's a lawyer that doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't think.
He has that distinguished gray, so he looks like what's his name from The Nanny?
Oh my God,
Mr.
what was his
Sheffield.
name?
That's all
Mr.
I can think of.
Sheffield.
Oh, Mr. Sheffield.
He does look like that. Oh my God, that's amazing. He does, but he's like really weirdly tan and his face is really tight. But like I
Yeah.
said, just saw him on an interview tonight on like Entertainment Tonight, and it looked like Ross again, and I don't know what happened to him. I'm very concerned for his health.
Something's not right. Something's not right there.
No,
Something is okay. I wanted to talk about briefly. I've kept seeing. I feel like Dr. Phil interviewed Nicole's sister recently
really.
because she was about the show. We're gonna make this a show. Like they didn't talk to the families at all. They
Oh, they
just
didn't?
no. So like from what I saw, Nicole's sister was like sitting around like with their mother watching TV, and they saw a commercial for the show, and they had no idea what was gonna happen. Yeah,
What?
and yeah.
Is that who Vivian's playing?
Who?
Vivian, our lovely Vivian from season one.
Oh no, I
We
don't
can't, we
think.
can't figure out who she's playing. We'll have to look that up too.
Yeah, I'm curious who she is playing.
So
But
they
yeah, I
just
was just wondering if that changes anything. I was trying to decide if that changed how I felt about the show because I really like the show, but knowing that they kind of did it that sneakily kind of is sad,
it is
you
kind of
know?
sad. It's like not getting consent forms before you do something,
Yeah,
unless she's
yeah.
not going to be mentioned.
Still though, if your like sister is murdered and you're just sitting around
And you see a show about your
like
sister.
popcorn enjoying your be kind of devastating.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Now, I do know that I did read something that said that they're only touching on the lives of the people, like not of Nicole.
Okay.
They're not going to touch on them. They're only doing OJ, his family, like the actual trial. So they're not going to
Okay.
go into personal matters. So does that change anything?
Well, in a way, you almost have to. You must have to. You know, go into person. I mean, because there was lots of allegations of abuse there, and
Mhm.
with her and him, and she was only 19 when they met.
Yeah, it's really
I,
young.
yeah, because he was married to somebody else when
Oh,
he
was
met
he?
her. She was a waitress.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? That's weird. Awkward.
Oh, here's something weird and awkward. Because Steve and I do Bad 90s movie night every weekend.
Love it.
But yeah, but I messed up our streaming. I used all our internet because I watched Tangled like 500 times last week. I streamed it.
No judge.
This is a long winding story, but anyway, we were just looking at for movies we had that fit into that category, and we were watching Naked Gun, and I was like, holy shit, there's O.J. Simpson,
He's
and
in
I felt
Naked
really
Gun.
bad. He's a Naked Gun.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I felt really bad because he was kind of funny. I was laughing, and I'm like, oh my god, this is this is the juice.
The juice. As we've heard 7,000 times now.
I think they call this man the juice. It's just a feeling.
It's just a feeling. You know what I think? It's like the juice for me is like saying fetch, like from Mean Girls. It's like, stop
Yes.
trying to make fetch happen. Stop trying to make the juice happen. It's not happening. I hope they tone that down.
It's a lot.
Maybe they'll get more into Cochran, and
That guy looks just like Johnny Cochran.
he
He
looks
looks just
just
like him.
it freaks me
And the
out.
Chris Darden guy looks just like him too.
Oh yeah. It's
That's an interesting character
yeah.
because it's like he's like judged because he's a black man who knows OJ did it, you know?
Right. It's funny that I like that they're still using the race issue. That's what they're
Yeah.
playing on. And again, something I didn't know that they were playing on at all in the beginning. But saying that the cop that was first on the scene had problems with black people and was talking about how he was like wanting to beat them up. Did you get that part?
Herman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was really interesting because that does change a lot of people's perspective of what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and seeing it like as, you know, what was going on socially like the context of that, like I had no idea it was such a like charged time in terms of race, you know?
Right. No idea. But it really makes a difference when you think about the case. Even though it's funny they're playing that parallel, but then you have them looking at Marcia and all of them, and you don't see that on their side.
Yeah, yeah. But
It's
I
like,
feel like they're trying to make them seem that way. The defense.
yes, it's weird though, right? Because you
Hmm.
think that they would, if you're really going to play that card, if that's what the show is saying that that's what the card that they're playing, you would think you'd have any indication that that was actually really what they played.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, how accurate is this?
Right. I think we need to read the book.
I think we need to read the book, see if it's on Audible.
Yeah. I haven't a credit left, so
I
we'll
do
get it.
too.
We'll get it.
It might be my turn because you got Dark Tower.
Oh, it's fine. I don't care. I haven't been using them. I've been reading horrible books on Amazon. But it's just funny, like like you. I guess like if you're watching a movie and this was a movie, you would have the prosecution saying things like that. You know, well, he's black. He obviously did. You know, but you don't have that
Yeah,
at all. You have a split down the middle line. Like the defense is saying this, prosecution is saying this, and you have absolutely nothing coinciding, and it freaks me out a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah. Because if that's how it really is, that's scary.
Right. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. John Travolta, you're bringing it. You won your Emmy, but you're not making sense with this whole argument that you keep putting out there.
When he's so self-serving, you know,
Yeah.
it's all about how he's gonna look. It, I don't know.
I want to tell him he looks
It's
orange.
interesting.
That's all he looks like to me is orange.
He
You know,
probably is.
he's like, you see, it's actually kind of funny because he's working for the juice and he's like orange juice
He's
color.
orange.
He is. Oh, jumping back to episode 2, whenever they had Papa K read the suicide note, that was a weird thing to do.
Yeah, yeah. Why did they do that?
I I don't know who it served. I don't know.
Well, and I think he was just trying to make himself look. I would just like go back to Shapiro trying to, because that whole press conference was him trying to like cover his ass.
Right. Right. And then that fueled all those people cheering him on. And it was interesting because when they cheered on, when they interviewed the one guy in the show, like, oh, why did you cheer on OJ? He's like, well, we're not cheering on OJ. We're booing the LAPD. And that brought him more
Yeah,
into the race issue because that's whenever that was going on with the LAPD.
yeah. That blew my mind too, though. Like there were people, like there were fans waiting for him at his house.
With signs. We believe
Yeah,
in you, OJ. What is
like
happening?
yeah, like I just don't understand how that ever happened and how he was allowed to go back to his house and like say hi to his mom before he was arrested. Like,
Celebrity status. But then you think, okay, so OJ was and I asked my husband, I asked Ray, I was like, was he really big? And he's like, yeah, he was, a superstar. And you got to think like, okay, we've had a lot of issues with NFL players who have had, beating of their girlfriends or whatever,
mhm,
and they're never cheered on. Not like they're, not you should be, but they're not.
right.
It's funny how the culture has changed in that way. But then you wonder if it was like Tom Brady would
What did Tom Brady?
well, no, if it was Tom Brady, like bring it
Oh,
up to that
oh,
level of superhero or of superstardom, you
oh.
know. I hate Tom Brady, but you know
No,
what I
I'm
mean?
just so tired because you're like, I wonder if it was Tom Brady, and I'm like, Tom Brady didn't murder Nicole.
He could have. I think we figured it out. I think Tom Brady actually murdered Nicole. It makes sense to me. He wants the juice's fame. But you know what I mean? Like if you brought it up to that level, so he was a very big superstar.
Mhm.
Would you have that happen now if another big named NFL superstar did it? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it'd be a completely different reaction.
I think it was the perfect storm almost of this like national hero who happened to be black in the midst of this huge like racial turmoil.
Right.
all of these things like coinciding at once. Like I think it was just like a recipe for that,
Yeah. And
you
I
know.
mean, Marsha Clark had that going against her. They, easily. Easily.
Yeah.
'Cause she was a white woman.
Yes. Yes. When I keep seeing that preview where they do like that um for like an upcoming episode where they're talking to like people in a room, like a test group to see what they think of Marsha Clark, and everyone's like, "Oh, she seems like a bitch." And
That
it's
one
like,
picture of her that's like really famous of her looking behind her, she does look
mhm.
like one. Sorry, Marsha, you
She
do.
does. She does, but you know, Robert Shapiro kind of looks like a douche hat, but nobody cares about that, you know?
He does. He looks like a huge douchebag. He's huge douchebag. But
Yeah, but it's like,
nobody's
you know, he's a guy, he's allowed to, you know.
he's allowed to be a douchebag. It's funny
Yeah.
what women in power have against them. Like not to turn it feminist or anything, but if it was a guy that was instead of Marsha Clark, would they even had that discussion?
Yeah. Yeah. It makes you wonder. And you know, you have had a chance, like, would it have had to have been like a black guy as lead,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it was weird.
Which is
But I'm
sad.
it is sad. It is. But I'm glad they introduced Johnny Cochran to the Dream Team. Because I like the actor. He's doing a really good job.
What else is he from?
I don't know, but he looks really familiar.
Yeah. Well, he looks just like Johnny Cochran, so there's that.
So there's that. So there's that going against me right there. Like, Johnny, is that you? No? Okay.
It's Johnny Cochran as Johnny Cochran.
But I really enjoy the show.
Mhm. I like it a lot.
And I
Yeah.
think that maybe I'd feel differently if I watched it happen in real life at real time. But
I know, I almost think we should watch some, like, clips from the trial and stuff too, just to
get a better feel.
yeah.
We definitely need to read the book
Yeah. Yeah, we
because
do.
I think that would point out a lot of stuff. And again, taking it based off that book, it makes you wonder how one-sided this is.
Do you remember years ago when OJ was gonna write that book about how he didn't kill them, but if he
Yes.
did, this is how he would have done it?
Yes. No, he's in jail, I believe. Jersey's in jail because some guy had his memorabilia
Yeah,
and he
and
wouldn't
he
beat
would
him up.
yeah,
OJ. Juice. Juice.
karma.
Juice. Papa K is not happy with you right now. Okay. Papa
No,
K is not
Papa
happy.
K is frowning down at you because he's gone.
Oh, Papa K. But
Mhm.
interesting show. We really enjoy it. We think you should go out and watch it,
Yes, yes, absolutely watch it. I enjoy it a lot, and it makes me wanna learn about history.
which is
So
rare for us. We just like to read bad books like Acts of Contrition on. Stay tuned because we will be doing more juice and we're going to bring back Two Girls, One Book for the worst book I think I've ever read in my whole entire life. Actually takes the cake.
actually, bestie, I'm gonna throw this out there because you know, I was feeling generous. I kept seeing previews for that Nicholas Sparks movie, The Choice,
Yes.
and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna read it. I didn't mind The Notebook. Sometimes I like a good cry. Whatever.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
admit it.
Don't judge. No judge. Judgment free zone.
This book was pretty awful.
Like,
This it might be right up there with Acts of Contrition.
oh, like a twofer.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not that long. I think it's like 9 hours.
I can handle that. I can handle that. And
It's bad.
it's coming to the theater, right?
Hmm.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll start that one. I'll start that one
it's
because
it's gonna make you mad.
for some
If
reason,
you
like
start this, I'm gonna be hearing from you like all day tomorrow.
for some reason, bad romance novels make me mad. Like they just
Same,
infuriate me.
same, same.
Like I don't know how many times I yelled at my desk, Acts of Contrition is the worst book ever. Don't read it. I stood up, I threw my phone down really hard. I was so angry.
Oh, that's intense.
I was mad. It just got stupid. You know, like
It, well, no, it started stupid and got
it got
stupider. It didn't.
stupider. Yes. Yes. Oh, one last point on People versus OJ. Um, them saying motherfucker on TV totally caught me off
How did they
guard.
do that?
It was 11:03.
Oh, yeah, I meant to bring that up. That's how they got away with it. It was
Shocked. Shocked. I was in the living room and Drew was in the bedroom and we both like met in the hallway. I was like, did they just say that? He's like, I think they just said that. It caught us off guard completely. Like, bravo, FX. Bravo. Because
Pushing the boundaries.
it really made me feel like that's what she was thinking though, because she was so pissed.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I can't believe they got away with it, but keep it coming.
Please
I mean,
do.
that's my favorite. That is my favorite word. So I
I
feel
mean,
like we
it
need to
is.
normalize it and.
We need to use it more often in everyday sentences. I try to use
Mhm.
it at least 5 times a day.
Yeah, I keep a little like checklist just to make sure like I get
Oh, that's a
through
good
it.
idea. I should do that. I need to
Mhm.
make sure because you got to bring it up sometimes. But like that singular word, I was like, oh, Sarah Paulson, you hit the nail on the head. That was perfectly said. That scene was perfect. It was all quiet. She looked at the magazine and it was just beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Because what else? I mean, really, what else are you gonna say?
Right, nothing. She knows she's screwed.
Fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks. Darsh
Son of a
darn it.
bee sting.
Son of a bee sting's my favorite.
By the beard of Zeus. Sweet Lincoln's mullet.
But it's true. It was like a perfect scene. It was perfectly done. She like shines in everything.
She's great. She's so like I don't know where she's been. I just feel like in past years, but just like the past couple years, she's been
On
like,
point. Just everything
mhm,
about her.
yeah. 'Cause I rewatched Asylum not that long ago, and she is so good in there.
I
She's
really,
just
really want to rewatch Asylum because it was really good.
yeah. Hey, Father Timothy, or yeah, Timothy Howard, Father Timothy
Father,
Howard in Asylum.
yes.
Uh, yeah, the guy from Shakespeare in Love.
Yeah.
Did you hear they just cast him as Michael Jackson in a movie?
What?
Yeah,
Why?
about a road trip that Michael Jackson took with Liz Taylor and I forget who else after 9/11.
Why do we do this?
I don't know, but that movie is one we're gonna need to review.
That's the movie we're going to see in the theater with some popcorn. And we have to take notes this time. The last time we went to the movie, we just like Mystery Science Theater it. We didn't take any notes. We were so bad.
I know. If somebody could have recorded us watching that movie, like, I mean,
And that guy with the giant plate of nacho.
and then we didn't hear him eating them.
I don't know what he did with them. They were gone
Yeah,
though. I inhaled
they were
them.
gone, but I mean, he was sitting very close to us. Like, we should have heard that happening.
Well, people should not sit close to you in a non-crowded theater. FYI. Like go sit
Mm.
somewhere else.
Yeah, there were like what 4 people in there, and 2 of them were us.
Ugh. Well, thank you guys for watching. On a ending note, go see Deadpool. It's amazing. So
Everybody's seen it but me. Steve just went the other day.
we have to go without him.
Yeah. Oh, did you finished Me Before You? Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. I cried.
We're gonna go see that, right? Because it has
Yeah, I
Finnick
cried at
Odair
work.
and
And
Neville Longbottom in
I
it.
love Finnick Odair. Yeah, I looked up Neville Longbottom was in there. I was like, oh, he's playing Patrick?
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw it. And
And
actually
Jamie
Amelia Clark.
Kennedy, Daenerys Targaryen.
Yes, I love her. I love her. I'm gonna cry in that movie.
I cried. I ugly cried on the preview. It was bad.
Oh no, that preview's really scat. Oh, it's like touched you in the feels.
You know, with the little Ed Sheeran song.
Oh, yeah. Read that book too, because you'll ugly cry at work like I did.
See, that's one of those. I thought that was a love story that was gonna piss me off, and then I was just like, yeah, sobbing.
It's like, The Fault in Our Stars. That was another sobber. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, why am I reading these horrible books that Dana tells me to read it still? I don't know why I do it to myself. Why do I want to cry at work?
But it was good.
Oh,
It was good. It was yeah.
It was very good. And the narrator was really good. I liked her a lot.
Yeah. There's a sequel. It's not good. I made it like 10 minutes in, and I couldn't even.
There's a sequel and it's bad. Don't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
It's like it's You Before Me or something.
I before E, except after C is what this.
Yeah, that's what the sequel's. That's awesome.
Oh boy. Well, again, thanks for watching.
Yes,
We
thank
hope you
you,
love our
everybody.
tangents at the end. Don't read Axe Contrition. Go see Deadpool and read Me Before You.
Yes, and also we're gonna be doing 11/22/63
We are
on here. Not right now, but
soon because we can't do two shows at once or else we get distracted.
we get distracted when we do.
We do. We do. We have a problem. We try. We try really hard. Just know. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.